people talk about the greatest Mario Kart games, it's usually the same names that come up. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart DS, maybe even Double Dash. But one game almost never gets the spotlight, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Released on July 21st, 2001 for the Game Boy Advance, Super Circuit had the impossible task of bringing a full Mario Kart experience to a handheld. No analog stick, no shoulder-heavy controller, just a tiny portable system with limited hardware, and somehow, Nintendo pulled it off. Today we're looking back at Mario Kart Super Circuit to see what it did right, where it stumbled, and whether it deserves more respect over 20 years later. After the massive success of Mario Kart 64, expectations for the next entry were high. Instead of releasing another console game immediately, Nintendo and Intelligent Systems developed Super Circuit as one of the early flagship titles for the brand new Game Boy Advance. Rather than trying to recreate Mario Kart 64, the developers actually went back to the series' roots. The game uses Mode 7 style visuals similar to the original Super Mario Kart, but with smoother animation, brighter colours, and much faster gameplay. For many players, this was their first portable Mario Kart, and at the time, it was incredibly impressive. The core gameplay is classic Mario Kart, the same exact character roster as Mario Kart 64, item boxes, but Super Circuit did add and change a few things. Firstly, in Super Circuit, there are coins scattered around all the tracks that increase your top speed up to a maximum of 100. That adds a surprising layer of strategy. The drifting also feels very different compared to modern Mario Karts. Instead of relying on mini turbo boosts like later games, drifting is more about maintaining speed through corners. It's a mechanic that's surprisingly satisfying once you get used to it. One of Super Circuit's biggest strengths is its track selection. The game introduced 20 brand new tracks and brought back all 20 tracks from the original. Some standouts include Ribbon Road, Sky Garden, Sunset Wilds, Cheeseland, Lakeside Park, and Boo Lake. Many of these tracks would later return in future Mario Kart games, proving just how memorable their layouts really were. Visually, Super Circuit pushed the Game Boy Advance surprisingly hard. The colourful sprites still have plenty of charm, the track environments are varied, the animations are smooth, and despite the hardware limitations, the sense of speed feels fantastic. The soundtrack deserves recognition too. Many songs remix themes from Super Mario Kart while introducing entirely new compositions. Some tracks have become fan favourites over the years. Although the GBA sound chip isn't everyone's favourite, the music fits the fast-paced action perfectly, and the characters' voices make me so happy to hear them.
Bingo! Ho 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 ho! Mamma mia! Wow 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 wow! Yahoo! I'm Luigi, number one!
Back in 1996, Mario Kart 64's main selling point was the 4-player multiplayer. And while some people don't know about it, you can actually play with 4 players in Super Circuit using the Game Boy Advance link cable. There was even a clever feature where only one copy of the game was needed for certain multiplayer modes. That's something we don't really see much anymore. It made Super Circuit an excellent game for road trips, school breaks, or family gatherings. Portable multiplayer was still a novelty back then, and Super Circuit helped prove just how much fun handheld gaming could be. Of course, the game isn't perfect. The AI can be surprisingly aggressive, rubber banding occasionally feels unfair, and without modern quality of life improvements, some races can become frustrating. The graphics also haven't aged as gracefully as later 3D entries. Players who started with Mario Kart DS or Mario Kart 8 might find the flat perspective difficulty to adjust to. And compared to newer games, there's less variety in items, modes, and unlockables. Still, most of these issues come from the era rather than poor design. For a 2001 handheld racer, Super Circuit accomplished far more than most games of its time. Super Circuit often gets overshadowed. Mario Kart DS revolutionized portable multiplayer, Mario Kart Wii introduced motorcycles and online play, and Mario Kart 8 became the definitive modern experience. Because of that, Super Circuit tends to sit quietly in the middle of the franchise. But its influence is everywhere. Many of its tracks continue to return in newer games. Its portable design laid the foundation for future handheld Mario Karts, and it proved that Mario Kart could work just as well on the go as it did on a television. Without Super Circuit's success, the portable side of the series probably would have looked very different. Super Circuit isn't the flashiest game in the series, it isn't the biggest technological leap, and it probably won't replace Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as most people's favourite. But that's okay, because Super Circuit succeeds by being exactly what it set out to be, a fast, polished, content-packed Mario Kart that players could take anywhere. More than 20 years later, it's still a genuinely fun game that's well worth revisiting. Whether you're a longtime fan or someone who's never played it before, Super Circuit deserves a go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more awesome gaming videos.